What's happening, Feast Your Friends? Today is the last video of the sales videos that I've been putting out. Tackle Warehouse has 25% off a number of different brands, and a lot of them have some really good buys, things that I've really liked, that I've used. That's what we're going to go through today. Some of my picks, stuff that I really liked over the past few years to help you all out if you're looking for some lures or gear, whatever. So enough yapping. Let's get into it. Okay, so if you go out to Tackle Warehouse, out on the homepage, they have the 25% off select brands here, and there are some good things. First off, we're just going to kind of go in order here. Arc. Now, I was telling you before, keep a lookout because they've got some good reel deals in here. The one that I want to focus on is the BFS. Now, I have used the Arc Gravity 5. Good Baitcaster. It was a little touchy getting it set up, getting it dialed in, but once I got it, it was good. The Arc BFS, Gravity BFS, I have not had any issues with. Really have liked this one. I think I got the 8-speed. Add this to the cart, and if I go over to our cart here just to check it out on the side, it does take the 25% off. I noticed earlier today I looked and it was just saying like 15% off here or something, but yeah, it is the 25% off, so it takes $150 reel down to $112. And I think today and maybe tomorrow, if you go out to the Arc site, they have buy one get one free. So if you're looking for two on these, if you want two reels, you can essentially get them at 50% off. If you buy one, you get the second free. But if you're just looking for one, 25% off on this is good. Now, the rod I wanted to tell you all about was the Catalyzer. Unfortunately, they're sold out. One of my favorite budget rods out there. But I've been interested in trying the Brandon Cobb one. This is a $99 rod. I've heard from quite a bit of people that it's a good one. That one's sold out too. Do they have any left of the casting rods? Yeah, they do have some. So I've heard from quite a few people that this is a good rod. That would drop it down to $75. I've not actually used this one. If you've used that, maybe comment below and let us know. I would be interested. It's one I've been wanting to try. And if we check out, so they've got, of course, all their weights. If you need any of the tungsten or anything, I like the no chip, the no insert, but I don't go green pumpkin because that's painted. I always go with the black because it's like an actual black tungsten. It's not painted on there. I've had good luck with those. I was reading a review. Somebody said theirs was chipped or something. I don't know if they got green pumpkin, but I always stick to the matte black because it's not a paint on there. They've got drop shot, other weights if you need those out there. And then one lure specifically is this one, the very first one. This is the TP70, so the Topwater Popper 70 from Arc. Pretty average, 2 3/4, 3/8 ounce, but it has a very unique pop to it. It's got kind of this like squarish mouth to it. My buddy Matt and I were fishing one day and I caught, I don't know, a dozen fish on it. I think 4 something was the biggest that day. And I was throwing the baby bass color, this one, but it's got a unique pop. And he asked me, hey, what pop are you throwing? That sounds kind of weird. It's this one. So goodbye. If you're looking for a popper, it's a sweet little topwater popper lure. If we go back to Bass Mafia, the only thing that I really liked of theirs, I've got a few of their crankbaits. This is kind of a nice one because they stand straight up, but a little expensive. I really like these money bags because theirs not only has the zipper, but it's got the like your Ziploc bag thing here. So it's got a dual closure. So it is actually, a full waterproof bag, and it's a heavy duty plastic. It's not like the real cheap stuff that cracks. $17 if you're looking for something to hold some lures and stuff in your kayak or boat. That is a nice one. Big Bite Baits, man, they've got a number of things. They've got some sleepers, they've got some worms. The Big Bite Bait Sensation Smasher is a great one that I've used on drop shots. The Fighting Frog is an old one. Doesn't really mimic a frog. It's more like, some sort of little creature you're hopping it around. It's a flipping pitching bait. This Kamikaze Craw is another slept one on. My buddy Brando got me hooked on these. This 1099 color is awesome. They're out of the 3-inch, but it's like a black and blue on top with the green pumpkin. Great little craw. It's got little holes in the claw, so when it goes down, it kind of leaves like a little bubble trail to it. Neat little claw, more of like a wavy flap to it, but I do like that craw. The one thing I've been testing out that I've really liked from them, I like this little Sensation Craw on a Nico, but it's not the Jerk Minnow. Is it the Jerk Minnow? Yeah, this one, the Jerk Minnow. So this is a larger type of fluke. Really cool deal that I've been testing out. A little bit heavier than normal. They've got a number of different colors in it. This blueback herring is really cool. It reminds me of like the shiner color around here. Real shad is cool. It's got kind of like the dark top. Stealth Pink Asagi. I know pink has, been the big deal lately. And I really like this tilapia for like a blue color, but yeah, a little bit heavier, a little bit bulkier. So if you normally throw a fluke and you're wanting to throw one on a baitcaster, something with a little bit more meat, I've been testing these and really liked them. Bill Lewis, I told y'all to wait for 25% off on this. They've got a number of different lures, but for me, If you want a lipless, this is one of the staples. They even do have some of these that are like $5.99. Some of these clearance ones, some are already sold out, like the root beer. But if you scroll down to some like this that have the clearance on it, grab a 1/2 ounce, that's normally $5.97. But if I view it in the cart, it does drop it down to $4.48. So it takes the 25% off that. So otherwise, just any, you know, any of the other colors, still 25% off. This Young Sunfish is a good one. There's a Tennessee Chrome or Tennessee Gold. Love that one. Violet Flash, if you like a little bit of perp. Yeah, they've got 8 million colors. If you can't find a color you like, I don't know. BKK hooks. I've been using them and have really been impressed with their hooks. They've got a number of different types and styles. Let's just go to the hooks here, because one that I've liked is, I think, this offset worm. Nope, I'm sorry, not that one. It must be the Chimera is one of them. They don't have the small sizes anymore. This is one I was using for BFS. Maybe it was this offset worm was the other one. Yeah, this little offset worm hook. Nice little hook for BFS, goes down to a size 1. You can use that for like a weedless drop shot as well. I've also used some of their treble hooks. I forget which one I had. It was like the normal short. I think it was this one, the O'Shaughnessy, this, what is it, Fang 62. But yeah, impressed with their hooks. They've got some really good stuff out there. These are great if you like throwing a fluke. Their Titan divers are really good, their type of underspin. And then these Titan riders, I've really liked for a fluke as well, because if you're skipping or anything, it's got this rubber deal that slides up and pushes the plastic up toward the point of the hook to keep it weedless, and the plastic doesn't flop all around on it. So I would suggest like a 4-aught, you know, throwing a fluke on there. But yeah, some cool hooks. I'm going to skip through some of these I don't really use. Once we get to dirty jigs, man, I mean, they've got all kinds of good jigs, a ton of different staples in here. But for me, one that I have a bunch of confidence in, I've told you all about, is this Luke Clausen finesse jig. Specifically because it comes in 5/16 ounce. Great for fishing from the bank. It's kind of got this rounded type head. The line ties kind of recess down into it. Some of these show it just a little bit better. Not super hidden, but just a little bit down into there. A number of different colors. This green pumpkin candy I've really liked. The black and blue. There's also, what is it, pond bug, if you want to mimic like a bluegill. Bunch of different colors, but it comes in the 5/16. So if you're a bank angler, great deal on those. If we throw that in the cart, takes that down to $4.49 for you. Still expensive for a jig. I feel like a jig should be like $2.99. I know, but everything's gone up. So anyway, like that one. Fenwick. So I'm going to pick a rod that used to be a $99 rod right up here at the top. The Fenwick Eagle really impressed me. Now, the only thing that I wish about this was the tip didn't have like a micro guide, because the rest of the guides are not like super micro, but it does have a micro guide tip. So if you go braid to a leader, maybe not your deal, but super comfortable hand grip. I've showed you this before. As you go up, I like that they don't have the serrated like reel nut deal. It is the cork. I have had some of these break before, not on this rod, but some of the other ones that I've had with cork here. So depending on if you take your reels on and off a ton, may have issues, but otherwise, great rod. I think I got the 7-1. Yeah, medium. I think medium extra fast is what I got. It was pretty true to that. I should have got the medium heavy extra fast for what I wanted to do, but you know, if you're throwing like flukes or anything, you know, where you want that extra fast tip, I feel like a lot of companies aren't doing those as much anymore. Throw this in the cart. This used to be a $99 rod. So with the price increases and the 25% off, it does take it down to $89. So you're still saving money on it. But yeah, really good rod. I really like those. Fenwick Eagle. I'm going to hop over to Hags because, man, I think they have the best sleeper budget bladed jig out there. They've released some new colors like this Golden Shiner, but their little vibrating jig, chatterbait, you know, whatever you want to call it, has been solid. They've got a new pink one, the thread fin, back in stock. I know a lot of people were talking about this one. I caught one of my biggest, maybe I'll throw that clip in here. Oh, I wonder how long it was going to take to catch one of these. That is not a bass. That is a toothy critter of a different variety. I wondered how long I just had one follow me up right there. Nope. Toothy feller. I wondered how long. I just had a really good one follow me up over here. Oh, barely fit. These are our toothy friends, and that is why you don't want to put your fingers in said toothy friend's mouth. Got a phone to take a picture. Say musky. So yeah, got a good musky on it. I think I was throwing this green pumpkin color. They're hand tied, good hook. It's got the wire keepers. I don't know if it shows that, it doesn't. It's got the wire keeper, you know, on it for your soft plastic. So overall, super solid bladed jig for $5.99. I was throwing the half ounce. That's what I've been throwing mostly. $5.99. If I go to that, you're looking at $4.49 for a bladed jig. You're not going to beat that. Super good deal. Good hook. Yeah, like those. Another kind of sneaky one is their little outlier frog. This reminds me of the Spro flapping frog, but more of like a finesse kick to it. So they sent me a number of these to try out. Have really liked them. I liked the shimmer shad black with like the purple on it. Kind of reminds you of like a bluegill look to it, but yeah, kind of a finesse little plop to it, you know, for those days where it's slick calm. You want something that's not going to make a ton of noise, but it's not one that you have to walk. You just cast it out and reel it in slow, and it's got a little plop behind it. So pretty cool one. Halo's got a number of rods. Hayabusa's got some good hooks to it. Hobie's got some cool glasses. Kitex, if you need any Kitex swimmers. Lobina, this was another one I told y'all to wait on, because if you want a Rico, which is, you know, a higher priced popper here, I like the Rio Rico, which is the larger one. They've also got the little Rico, which is the smaller guy, but I've used the Rio. I've went over the colors on these before. There's like a Tennessee shad, I think it is. Yeah, it was probably my favorite. They've got bone, a whole bunch of other ones, but 25 bucks, I know, pricey, but I don't lose topwater lures very often at all. So if we go to the cart, takes those down to $19.49. Again, I know that's still crazy expensive, but you know, good 25% off deal on any color. Netbait. Now, this is one of those companies that's interesting. They're kind of in between. I don't know what the heck's going on with Tackle Warehouse's site here. It doesn't want to show all the pictures. But for me, a good oldie. They've released a bunch of new stuff. But man, the Netbait Pack-A-Craw. I used to use these all the time, like the little pack-a-chunk. If you're picking up any of those Luke Clausen finesse jigs, this little pack-a-chunk is perfect for that. They've got the little 2-inch, which is like super finesse. The 3-inch is usually what I threw, but you can go with that 2-inch if you've got a bunch of little like finesse jigs and stuff. Some great colors to it. They've got, I really like their black and blue, how it's kind of the blue, you know, throughout it. I really like their Magic Craw color, kind of that light bluish green. That's what our craws have on the bottom of them around here. Oh, and they're sold out of Toledo Special. That was another one. You have to get that one in 3-inch, but another kind of cool color, kind of like a wild Okeechobee craw. Nichols, of course, if you like spinnerbaits, they've got a bunch of cool stuff. I wanted to go here, though. So my buddy Dakota just sent me some of these. Now, interestingly enough, I have got to fish these before. They're little Ned rig. This is a cool lure because it's got the soft plastic body, but it's got this hair-like tail on the end of it, which is really neat. If you've never seen like a hair jig, or, you know, I used to have those little crappie jigs that had the hair in back. It just kind of undulates, you know, underwater and looks super natural. You don't have to even be moving it, and that hair is just moving. It'll kind of fluff out as you move it, fluff out, and then as you're, you know, kind of reeling it, it gets real thin and then kind of fluffs out. Really neat. I like this Erie color. When I was up in Minnesota, when I met up with the Monster Bass crew, I was fishing some of these, the midnight color, and I think there was like an all black, I want to say, oh, this green pumpkin black, and caught what I think the biggest fish of the trip on it was this. Oh no, this and the Nico Ned Zone were the two I caught the most on. And yeah, again, just throwing it on a Ned rig, really cool looking little bait. I don't know, I want to say a 1/0 Ned rig, so more of a finesse, like EWG will fit it. Otherwise, open hook, you could go a little bit bigger. But yeah, some really cool colors if you want something that looks just a little bit different. This St. Lawrence one is a really cool one, just a real natural look to it. But yeah, number of cool colors. I've actually got some of these will be showing up in a subscriber unboxing. But yeah, neat lures. Reins. Now, I don't talk about them a ton, but I have had really good luck on their Rock Vibe shad. So this is a neat shad. This is kind of, what should I say? More of like a quote unquote secret bait in certain parts of the country. I know there's certain places you go where this is like a must have. Bunch of cool colors in it, and it is a really soft lure, so you are going to tear them up, but again, it's like a Kitech. It's got a really neat action to it. So I've thrown these on buzz baits. They've got a 3.25 and a 4 little swim bait trailer, just a regular little paddle tail hopping it through the rocks. They've got a bunch of really cool colors in it too, and you can see the body has like the, I guess, kind of fatter front end. You can see it better here, so that's from like the top looking down. It's kind of fatter this way instead of fatter like up. So you know how the Mayor has more of that shad body that's like fatter up and down. This is kind of fatter sticking out. So I liked it for buzz baits and stuff. Otherwise, I like this one too, the Natural Pro Blue. Neat little swim bait if you haven't tried them. And then, man, Strike King. I don't have to tell you all about Strike King. They've been around for forever, but some good stuff. They've got some like fishing lure wraps. If you didn't get on the deal for those, hooks, plastics. I mean, probably one of my top 3 favorite craws ever of all time. Strike King Rage Tail Craw. They got a bunch of different colors. I did look early today because I was going to pick some up. My favorite all-time ever color, the Mark Menendez Moonlight, and they're sold out. Ugh, I was upset, but that color is sick. Their June Bug is good too, but I don't know. It's just a confidence thing. That Moonlight has just been amazing for me. Their Tequila Sunrise I don't love because it's not like a black. I wish the top was all just like straight black, like their South African special, like this. I wish the top was like that. And then the bottom was that, you know, Tequila Sunrise look to it, but they've got like an orange flake in it. The top, yeah, I don't know. I don't love their Tequila Sunrise. Wish they'd change it up a little bit. Otherwise, I also do really like their black and blue swirl. That black with, you know, kind of the blue mixed in with it. Looks really natural. And again, we've got those craws around here that have that kind of light bluish color, pretty much like that. Now, the last one I'll hit up is Xcite. Now, I was kind of upset on this because they've got a bunch of different plastics and stuff that I've honestly never used. But the 2 that I were looking at was the Villain, which is their popper. And for some reason, it says 25% off. But when I add it to cart, it says it's not eligible for the discount. I don't get it. $10.99 makes no sense. But the Heckler is the Topwater walking bait, similar to like the Sexy Dog, a number of other ones, the Reaction Innovations Vixen, a number of those walking baits that have this kind of look style to it. Great Topwater walking bait. It's a little bit bigger one, so it's not, you know, your little finesse. It's a 5-inch, 3/4 ounce, so, you know, larger size to it. But I really like this one. They've got a bunch of cool colors. The Bayou Gill, either this Ghost Aura Blue or their Ghost Minnow, which both of those are favorites for other people. Purple Rain, another good one. So, well, fishing friends, that is the list. Comment below and let me know what you thought of the picks. Is there anything that I left out? Are there any in here that you're like, dude, you got to get these. These are great. Last kind of bit of the sales, I did pick up some electronics on sale. I don't know if you all have found anything else out there. A bunch of websites, a bunch of other different places have stuff. Of course, anytime you use the links over at Tackle Warehouse, a little bit does come back to me, helps the channel so I can do reviews, you know, giveaways, all that stuff. So I do appreciate the heck out of everybody who continues to watch and support the channel. It does mean the world to me. But that's it for the sales. I'll have a fishing video tomorrow, some unboxing, some other stuff. But love y'all. Thanks for watching. And until next time.